All right, guys, we often get asked questions about our floating shelf brackets, which I have right here, and how they get secured into brick or some form of masonry. We've got a top-con screw, masonry screw, and we've got our pre-drilled, countersunk flat stock. So Anthony's going to show you exactly how we're going to get these screws into this flat stock to go into the brick, so you can hang your floating shelf and or mantle.
All right, guys, so as Tom just mentioned to you, we're going to take you through some quick tips and very important steps for installing our floating brackets onto a brick wall, stone wall, anything besides just a sheetrock wall. I know we went over the bracket already, so we got some tap-con screws, which do require you to pre-drill the wall. Also highly recommend, depending upon the weight, what size brackets and shelves are going up on the wall, we can always do a leg shield, which is very, very strong. So depending upon the application, two very important anchors. We have our hammer drill to do the pre-drilling, whether it's for the Tapcon or the leg shield. That will do the trick for both. And just a small torpedo level is all we'll need for that. So we'll get drilling for our pilot holes for the screws, and we'll check back with you. So then what we could do, depending upon the brick, obviously this is in our building here, it's far from perfect. So once we're going to put the rest of our screws in, we're going to keep it loose, but we want it somewhat snug, and then we're going to check, make sure that our actual tangs are level. So I mean, you can see right now that front side does need to come up a little bit. So we'll finish running in the 4 other screws that we have pre-drilled. We'll check, make sure everything is level. And if we need to, we can always add some shim stock just to kind of get the angle. And we're going to keep that as close to the screws on the outside as possible. That's for the blooper reel. And then we can lock them down, trim off the excess. So you can see how snugging that down, this actually started to deflect a little bit here. So we want to make sure that we snug them down somewhat evenly. Now, the other question in which we've gotten, of course, with the brick wall, if this back flange does move a little bit, that's where the shims come into play, because if we tighten this and the wall has a slight bow to it, the tangs will obviously, of course, open up a little bit. So something to keep in mind, we want to check the space at the back side and also the front. Very easy to adjust with some shim stock. And that's really one of the most important parts, to make sure that your shelf slides on no problem. So you can see here that we're out a little ways. So if I loosened up that bottom one, I'll snug that back up to show that one more time. Throws it at a level. You can snug the top one. We're looking pretty good there. So we can take a little piece of shim stock. We'll stick it up behind that screw just so that when we snug it down, it does not pull the front of that tang back down. And there you have it. That's we're just about spot on. Now, with the extra shim stock, you can take your multi-tool and always just take your utility knife. Take a couple passes at it, snap it off, and then you're ready for install.
All right, guys, Anthony has demonstrated how to install a beautiful floating bracket into masonry. If you would like to see the strength of our brackets or how they go into a set of studs, go check out our other videos posted on our website and on YouTube. Thank you very much.